Hi, my name is Marianne Delacroce and I'm the Executive Director at the Art League of Long Island. One of my goals for the Art League in the upcoming years is to ensure that the entire community knows that there's a place for them here at the Art League. We want to embrace the diversity of the Huntington area and make sure that every individual can see themselves reflected here, whether it be through the instruction or the classes or special programs like the one we have going on today.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Tutiven. I'm the Executive Director and the founder of Color Colors. Color Colors is pretty much my project, which have now become a business. We pretty much just do different events throughout Long Island to kind of break those barriers and connect community, artistry, and business together. My goal was to kind of make Long Island a more inclusive place for artists, for businesses to work with more artists, and just to kind of like spread the community aspect, just as you would in the city and in the 5 boroughs, where you can go out, meet different people, go out to events, enjoy them, just as a natural flow of things. What we did today was plan a whole day. We have a small art market with different artists, craft makers, and food vendors from different Latin countries. In the inside part of the Art League, we have Diego Garcia exhibiting a bunch of his work, some old, some new. Great work, by the way. Diego, thank you for always being part of this community and always having my back. I appreciate you, brother. And then we also have art painting class, and it's Mexican folk art. We did that for the kids. We also have a salsa class happening, and then we have a panel talk with legislator Manuel Esteban, also partially sponsored this program.
We are so excited to be able to show the artwork of Diego Garcia. The entire building has just exploded with color the past couple of weeks since we've mounted his exhibition. It's really important to us to make sure that we showcase different artists, emerging artists as well, that are local to Long Island, so that other young artists can see themselves be a part of the Art League as well.
Cool, what's going on, everybody? My name is Diego Garcia. I'm a painter, born and raised out here in Long Island, and yeah, I'm exhibiting work today at the Art League for this Latinx event, Hispanic Heritage Month. I'm excited to do it. I'm happy to be here. I mean, I remember knowing about the Art League as early as I'm turning 30 now. I mean, I started selling paintings right out of high school, 17 to 18 years old. I was kind of already donating work to benefits and auctions and things, fundraisers where I can kind of get known for making artwork, and through freelance and all that stuff, doing all the research of where my art should be or where art exists on Long Island. The Art League was always somewhere that I would keep finding through this way or that way, and I've come to the space before. It's beautiful. When I was younger, it didn't really feel accessible, and I think that's changed over the past, I don't know how long I've been at this, where there's an actual ecosystem now that is a quote-unquote art scene that people can benefit from a space like this. So for me to have that feeling when I first started painting and proclaiming to the universe that I wanted to be a painter, to be here now, it's super full circle. It's dope. It's awesome.
So we actually ended up connecting with Marianne through LinkedIn. So LinkedIn does work, and pretty much we connected, and she said, hey, I've heard about you and I would love to meet you. She invited me into the Art League, and then we just started discussing idea of kind of like our mission statements are both the same. We kind of want to do the same things here for Long Island and kind of bring people together and just kind of bring exposure to artistry and just make it more inclusive. So it kind of aligned, and we were talking about it, and I said, hey, listen, like last year we did a Latinx Heritage Month at Spotlight in Huntington Village, but I was like, this year I didn't really have a place to do it yet. And she was like, well, would you like to do a test run here? And I was like, yeah, let's go for it. I kind of come from a hustler mentality of things, so like when somebody mentions an idea and I stand behind it, I'm ready to go, and that's how we got together.
I mean, I've always had a knack for painting. I've always had a knack for drawing. And that's kind of, I've always seen I didn't picture my life doing anything else, but you know, you go through the filter of the American education system and you start to kind of try to look for some sort of logic and, oh, maybe I'll work for an animation company, or maybe I'll be an illustrator or a logo designer or a graphic designer. None of that stuff really appealed to me. And that's when the epiphany came. Now, I like to tell stories. I like to curate events. My work is a communal service. It's a language to exchange with people. And in order to do that functionally, I have to find a community of people to have that conversation with, both my own community and my own echo chambers and the artistic institutions around me. So it was this full circle moment of like, yeah, this spark is, I'm not just You know what I mean? I don't just got a knack for painting. I'm a storyteller, I'm a curator, I'm a producer, and I want to work with places like the Art League. And there's this community rising to surface with the same goals, with the same intentions, the same objectives as me, a like-minded person, creative, you know. Jose in Colored Colors, everything that he's done, that he's built from his bare hands, you know. We come from the jungle, and I see him with that same intention of being hungry and ambitious and creative. That's what I want. That's 4, 5 to 10 people in one room. Imagine when the whole community feels this energy. What's possible, you know?
The Art League is vital to this community. It is one of the most important community centers for the visual arts. Not only do we have classes that are available to people ages 3 to 103, but we also have outreach programs like the one we're putting on today to make sure that everyone can visit us during an open house setting, see some of the programs that we provide, and learn more about what we do.
It's an identity, it's a responsibility, it's a culture, it's a way of life that it makes me who I am and everybody like me. I hope that just seeing my artwork on the wall, not to boast myself or any sort of braggadocious kind of way, but this idea of if you see a person, representation, right? Like if you see a person that projects a similar energy to yours, it makes you feel more capable. So that's what I hope for the Latinx community. Nosotros como Latinos, ¿verdad? Like you need to hear someone in your language, in your tongue, in your skin, to show you what's possible. And I hope through myself and Jose's efforts, Colored Colors efforts, the Art League being in solidarity and in allyship with us and celebrating this day, it kind of brings that energy to the forefront. Like, oh yeah, we all want to join in on this day, and we all feel like it means something to us as much as it is just, you know, an art show or an event. It's something to celebrate this cultural kind of diversity and this, you know, fluidity that we want to embark in abundantly across all platforms, across all people, you know. So I hope that's what it means to Latinos or Latinx people watching this. Like, oh word, like we can be ourselves in these places and it's welcomed, and that's super cool.
It's really important that the community knows that this is your visual arts center. So it's not just the Art League's gallery and the Art League's instructions and the Art League's classes. We're here for you. You can enter into our exhibitions, you take our programs, your artwork is on the wall, and we want to make sure that you know that everyone is welcome here. Today we're celebrating Latin Heritage Month, but next month we'll be celebrating something different. So stay tuned to our website and check out our upcoming programs so you can see what we're celebrating and how you are reflected in our audience too.